Alright, today we're going to be talking about integration by parts. This is going to be our first BC calculus topic. We do integration by parts when we have two separate functions being multiplied together. We have an x as its own function, we have an e to the x as a completely separate function. We cannot use u du. Up until now, when we see this, we don't know what to do with that. So this is a technique that we use anytime you have two functions being multiplied. So, and we use limit is just a handy little way to remember what to let be u, because we're going to be using the formula, the integral of u dv equals uv minus the integral of v du. And to remember that, we're going to say ultraviolet minus voodoo. That's just a stupid way to remember uv minus the integral of v du. So we start out and we let something be u and we let something be dv, because it's the integral of u dv. And to decide what we want to be u, if we have a log, we let that be our u. If we don't have a log, then we let our inverse trig be our u. If we don't have an inverse trig, then we go polynomial, and so on and so on. Well, what do we have? We have a polynomial, which is an x, and we have an exponential, e to the x. So p, e, what do we let be u? Well, the polynomial. So we're going to let our u be x, and our dv be our e to the x dx. If you look in your formula, you're going to need a du, and you're going to need a v and a du. So basically, we're going to differentiate this. Well, the derivative of x is just dx, and we're going to integrate this. We need a v. The integral of e to the x is e to the x. So now we're just going to fill it in our formula. We're going to get rid of limit. See ya, limit. And we're just going to fill it in. The integral of u dv equals uv minus the integral of v du. And we're just going to fill it straight in. U, x, times v, e to the x, minus the integral of v, e to the x, times du, dx. This is my new thing that I'm trying to integrate. So this is already integrated. I just bring it down. I integrate e to the x. Well, it's e to the x, and I put my plus c, and that is my answer. Now for example 2. Again, I have a polynomial and I have a log. Well, what does limit tell me to do? It says let my u be my log. So u is going to be the natural log of x, and dv rather, is going to be x cubed. Okay, so I differentiate this. The derivative of natural log is 1 over x dx. I'm going to integrate this. It's going to be x to the 4th over 4. So I come over here and I say the integral of u dv equals ultraviolet minus voodoo. U is natural log of x. V is x to the 4th over 4 minus the integral of v, x to the 4th over 4, du, 1 over x dx. Oh, look. That's a 1, that's a 4. I can cancel that, make that a 3, and just kill that altogether. So now I'm just going to clean this up a bit. I like to put my x to the 4th in the front just because it looks stupid in the back. Natural log of x minus the integral of this, add 1, x to the 4th, divide by 4. You've already got a 4 there. It'll be 16. Plus c, and that one is done. Now for example 3. I have a polynomial and I have a trig function. Let's see, polynomial trig. I'm going to let u be my x. I'm going to let dv be my sine of x. So I differentiate this. This would be dx. I integrate this. The integral of sine is, I always have to do this. I know this is pathetic, but I do. Sine, cosine, negative cosine, sine, and for those of you who have not seen that, hopefully all of you have, derivatives go down, integrals go up. So the integral of sine is negative cosine. You may not need that, but I do. So I want to do uv minus the integral of v du, ultraviolet minus voodoo. So my u is x, my v is negative cosine, so times negative cosine, minus the integral of v, negative cosine, du, dx. Plus. Make life easier. I'm going to clean that up, make that negative x cosine of x. The integral of cosine is sine, so plus sine of x. Don't forget your plus c. 3 is done. On to example 4, the last one for this particular lesson. I have a polynomial and I have a log. So I'm going to let u be my log, and I'm going to let, I didn't leave myself enough room. Crap. U be my natural log, and my dv is my x to the 7th. My du is going to be 1 over x dx. My v is x to the 8 over 8. So it's u, natural log of x, times v, x to the 8 over 8, minus the integral of v, x to the 8 over 8, du, 1 over x dx. Again, same thing as before. I got a 1, I got a 8, I got to make a 7, go away. And then I clean it up. It'll be x to the 8 over 8, natural log of x, minus x to the 8 over 64 plus c. That concludes our lesson on integration by parts. Make sure you get all these notes down, and we'll see you tomorrow.